Hello and welcome for joining us. We are Ravensburger brand ambassadors. I'm Tuck.
And I'm Chelsea.
And we are here to demo Wonder Woman Challenge of the Amazons.
Yeah, so this game was designed by Prospero Hall. It is available at Target, on Amazon, and at friendly local game stores for $34.99. It is for ages 10 and up, and it plays with 2 to 5 players, and the playing time is normally about 45 to 60 minutes. So, the enemy has invaded the Themyscira, and so you will be able, you need to work together in order to defeat them. And so for this game, we are going to be using the Cheetah, but the game also comes with different enemies as well, such as Circe and Ares. Yeah, and they both have been really fun to play. All three of them are great.
All three of them. And the great thing is, even though the basics of the game is the fundamentals are the same every time you play, depending on whether or not you play with the Cheetah or Circe or Ares, the gameplay and the way that you win and the way that you lose sometimes really changes. So it adds a difference every time you play.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that the difficulty can be adjusted both according to the number of players as well as player preference. And so because of that, for this game, we are going to be playing on the standard mode with 2 players, and so the Cheetah's health is going to start at 14. And so the health tracker on the side of the board tracks the island's health as well. So we have the Amazon defenses over here, and we get to start a little bit higher than the Cheetah to help us out. And then, of course, we have the Cheetah's tracker, or the enemy's tracker on this side if you're playing with a different enemy. And so to win, we need to reduce the enemy's health to 0 before the island's defenses are reduced to 0. And so the Cheetah also introduces another way for the Amazons to lose in this game. So she finds 3 artifacts in her deck, which we have right here. You can kind of see those.
And these are really powerful, and so as the game goes, these will kind of be added through and make it even more difficult for us.
Yes, so she finds a new artifact every time that her deck is reshuffled, and she has several cards that also cause her to discard a lot of cards from her enemy deck. And so because the Cheetah is very quick, we as Amazons have to be quicker.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of us as the Amazons, we are going to be playing with Diana and Philippus, whose mats we have down here in the bottom of the screen. They also have a few extra ones, and it's cool to kind of switch those up as well because each Amazon has a special ability that you can use to your advantage. Yeah. So we'll be talking about those as they come into play.
Yeah, and just another really cool thing alongside the player mats is each Amazon comes with their own mini, and they are so detailed and beautiful. You can just see all of the armor and like the detail in the hair. And they're just all really cool to look at.
And ready to paint if you're into that kind of a thing as well.
Yeah, they're awesome.
All right, so we are going to be starting in the palace. So we'll take both of our minis and move them into the palace. And then each round consists of 5 phases. And so there's the round phases card that'll kind of help you keep track of that, as well as the enemy card, which shows a little bit of details, because like we said, each enemy acts a little bit different, and so this is kind of your guideline to check and make sure you know exactly what you're doing in order to help you defeat the enemy.
Yeah.
So in the first phase, the enemy will advance. So for this, the Cheetah will start, and so the way this works is they have an enemy deck here, and you will flip over 1 card in order to find out where they're going to move to. So in this case, the Cheetah is going to move to the barracks.
Yeah, so we're going to take that bottom location right here.
Yep. And so that first one is just location. We actually ignore everything else about it. But then we'll flip another card which has an action, and we will need to deploy 2 lycanthropes to the training grounds.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. All right, and that is the end of our first phase where the enemy advances. So in the second phase, it is time to strategize together. So in this, you will get face-up cards. Now this is actually where Philippus's special ability comes into play. Hers is that she gets an additional face-up hero card, which makes her information a little bit easier to strategize with. She's got a little bit more to work with. Everyone else normally just gets 2 cards face up. So in this phase, what we're going to do is we're going to look at our face-up cards and try and figure out exactly what our game plan is.
Yeah.
So we've got the cheetah here, we've got some lycanthropes here, and we generally want to kind of keep the board as clear as possible.
Yes, especially because with the cheetah, at the end of the round, wherever there's orange, some wounded Amazons will appear, the purple, and those will start to decrease our defenses.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
All right, so on each of these cards,
Yeah.
we have a few different icons down at the bottom there. Now you can only choose one of those to use each time you're using a card. So you have vigor, those swords, you have agility, the feet, you have wisdom, the book, and you have leadership, the stars. And those will kind of do different things based off of our enemy card here.
Yep. So in order to remove one wounded Amazon, which we don't have out yet, but that would be those purple that are up here, we will need 3 wisdom icons. In order to remove a lycanthrope, we need 3 vigor icons. In order to remove a hunting party, which is the green, and we don't have those out yet either, you either need to have 2 vigor or 2 agility icons. And then in order to deal damage to the cheetah, you need 4 of any icon.
Yep, and so we'll kind of talk through those as we get as we start acting. Since we just have these lycanthropes out, we really want to kind of be looking towards those vigor, those swords icons. We need to move to that location and then do that. Or, like Chelsea said, if we can get to the cheetah and have 4 of any one icon, we might be able to do some damage to her as well.
Yeah.
So, with these face-up cards, we're going to kind of put together a bit of a strategy.
Yeah.
So, I've got my agility and my vigor are on the same card, so...
Okay, so I actually have quite a bit of agility. I have nimble, which gives me 3 agility, but I also have swift that gives me 4 agility. And so if you could, maybe with some of your others, clear out these, I mean, I could move up very easily to her and hit her right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the first turn. I also have persistent, though, which does give me a star, and we didn't talk about that yet. But the star, the leadership, is where we can have Amazon warriors join us, and we have to do it at a star location. And so since she's there on my last turn, I could get another warrior out.
Absolutely. And those warriors are great because they will assist in pretty much any kind of action that we want to do.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now that we've got a bit of a strategy, you then will draw your 3 face down cards. So you'll add those to your hand with your face up, but at this point you are no longer allowed to talk with your allies because basically you set up a game plan, but now you're going out into the field of battle and you kind of have to make your own decisions. So I really enjoy this because a lot of cooperative games, you can have that one player who just kind of dictates what everybody should be doing. Whereas this really forces in that anonymity and says, okay, I'm going to figure out what I need to do now. And sometimes plans change. Ooh, all right. I'll take that.
I picked kind of my... And while you pick yours, I just want to show off the artwork on these cards. They are just so beautiful. These are cards that I did not pick this round, and I love that they all come with quotes. Sometimes there's like a special thing at the bottom as well, like this inspiring. It says, double the emblems of one other hero in your region. I did not choose that this round, but that can be really powerful since we didn't really plan to be in the same region. But the others do come with like really great quotes, such as like, when you are in need of a weapon, I shall be thy sword. Or after all, if it's not difficult, it's not fun.
All right, I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So now we are moving into the battle phase. So we are going to take actions one at a time, flipping over our cards, and then kind of discussing what we do with those icons. Yeah. So in action 1...
Oh, we both played nimble.
Oh, that's awesome. So my nimble has 2 wisdom or 3 agility. I'm going to use those 3 agility to move just 1 space over to the training grounds, kind of like we discussed.
Yeah, and so mine has 2 vigor or 3 agility, but I'm going to use that to move up to the barracks to be with the cheetah.
Awesome. All right. And the second, I played confident.
I played swift.
So, oh, cool. You're following through. Why don't you go
I'm
ahead with
following
yours?
through, yeah. So I have that, I have on Swift, I do have that 4 agility. And so since you need 4 of any kind in order, I'm going to go ahead and hit the cheetah. And so that will drop her down.
Perfect. So you'll do 1 damage for those 4 icons, and then a special thing that the cheetah does, and this is noted on her card, after you reduce the cheetah's health, you will deploy 1 lycanthrope to her location, and then you will draw a new card just to find out where she moves to. So where does she go?
She is going to go to the vault.
To the vault, which is right nearby.
There you go.
So she's crafty, she's quick, and she's got a little bit of protection that she leaves behind when she moves. So you've now got another lycanthrope with you.
I kind of forgot that, and I could have prepared to maybe get that out following. I don't remember now what I chose as my last card.
We'll have to see. So on mine, I did the 3 vigor in order to remove 1 of these lycanthropes.
All right.
And last action.
So I played Persistent, and that has one of those special at the bottom where I can draw 2 cards into my battle plan for the next round, which will give me a little bit more to work with. And I have 3 vigor, so actually that worked out nicely. So instead of putting out an Amazon, which was my original plan, I'm actually going to use that 3 vigor to get rid of that lycanthrope there.
That's awesome. Yeah, because like we said, at the end of the round, anywhere that has a lycanthrope will also bring out a wounded Amazon, which is what knocks down our defenses. So we want to keep as much of the board clear as possible.
Yes.
I unfortunately didn't have enough vigor to take out that last lycanthrope, but it's adaptable, which gives me 3 different options, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to use my 2 leadership to bring out 2 Amazons, which might help us hopefully in the future.
Yeah, very nice.
All right. So now that we are finished with our battle and taking our actions and everything like that, the last thing is that we need to end the round. So this is where the enemy strikes back, and we'll see what the cheetah does and reduce any defenses. So at this point, we will kind of check in. We do have 1 lycanthrope on the board, so we'll pull in a wounded Amazon.
Yep.
And since there weren't any wounded Amazons out when we started, or when we ended the round, we don't lose any defense, which is
nice.
great.
Yes.
All right, so now the cheetah will go.
Yep.
So the first one is just to find out where she'll go. So she will drop a lycanthrope where she is, and then move to the library.
Yep. And then her next card is Ruthless, so deploy 3 hunting grounds, or hunting parties to the woods.
To the woods. Ooh, that is on the other side of the map from where we
are.
So we haven't dealt with hunting parties yet. Hunting parties are a little dangerous. They can stack pretty hard, and if they are left at the end of the round, we will discard cards off of the cheetah's deck for each one that's out there. And like we said, her whole thing is if she can cycle through a few times, we automatically lose. So that gets pretty dangerous for us.
And while she cycles through as well, those artifacts then come into play, and they're pretty strong and powerful. So.
Absolutely. All right, so in order to get rid of those, we need to have either 2 vigor or 2 agility. Okay, so let's start our phase and see what we can do.
Thank you.
A few face-up cards. And then I didn't actually take my special last time. My special is that during the strategize phase, which we're just now starting, I can move 1 region if I want to. I think I'm actually going to stay here,
I kind of feel like you should stay and at least clear, the wounded Amazon before, if you can, before leaving.
Definitely. Okay, so let's take a look at our cards and see, do you think that you could maybe take care of the woods while I'm maybe here?
I think so, because I do have Nimble, and Nimble is giving me 2 vigor and 3 agility, but with the 3, I will be able to get to the woods.
Okay.
So, and I do have some more vigor and agility, so I think I should at least be able to clear 2 of them.
Okay.
Not all of them, but that will get us a little bit closer, and who knows what's in my battle plan over here.
Okay. And yeah, and you've got an extra one from before as well. I've definitely got a little bit of wisdom and some vigor as well, so I think I'm going to be okay to stay here. I'll do my best.
All right.
Okay. So let's get the face down cards.
Thank you.
And we will
just have
actually
so
put
many
together our plan.
cards. And actually, before you start kind of planning, I got a relic right now.
Awesome.
And so I have the golden armor, which will go to the barracks. And this says, when moving, you may move directly to the enemy's region and then end your action. Oh, which is where I'm at. Man. And of course, I'm about to move away from it.
Exactly. So relics, there are 4 relics in our hero deck over here. Whenever you find one, you will put out the relic and then kind of keep the card to the side. In order to pick this up, you have to end your round in that location.
Yep.
And so hopefully at some point we can pick that
One
up.
of us.
Because they're very powerful to use.
Yes. I'm sad to be moving away from it.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot that I've got some warriors there that might be able to help.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I've got mine as well.
I have mine.
All right, so let's move into our action phase.
Yes.
Action 1.
So I say true. I'm using my nimble to do my 3 agility moves. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3 and join that hunting party at the woods.
Awesome. I did experienced, and I've got 3 wisdom, which will allow me to remove a wounded Amazon. And that was one of our top priorities there.
Yes. And I can put that up here so it's visible.
All right, in action 2.
All right. So I played Persistent again because it was really nice to have all those extra cards. So I get to draw 2 cards into my battle plan for next round. Maybe get some more relics out. And I have 3 vigor, so I will be able to... You need 2 vigor, but I have 1 extra, so I'm just going to remove 1 of those hunting parties. But.
All right. I had 3 vigor, and so I was able to remove this lycanthrope without having to use up any of the warriors.
Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
All right, and then I have Powerful for my last one, and it has that double the emblems of one other hero in the enemy's region, and neither one of us is in the enemy's region. But it does have 4 vigor, meaning that I'll be able to remove those last 2 of that hunting party.
Very well done. So for mine, I wasn't exactly sure what to do with this, but I noticed that I had 2 agility, and since we have this relic out, I'm actually going to move there. Now, when you move and you've got Amazons, you can bring them with you, these warriors. So I'm going to bring them just so I've got them with me. But since I am ending the round there,
very nice.
I will pick that up as a relic for myself.
Well done.
Thank you very much. All right.
And I agree. I see that someone says relics are very powerful and fun. They are. They're so great to use. I'm a little jealous that you got there before me.
I know, I'm sorry about that.
I found it and then you took it.
I figured you were on the other side of the island, so I might as well grab it. All right, so at the end of the round, we did a great job of clearing things up. Well
Our battle
done.
plans work.
The only thing is the vault here,
Yes.
which will just bring out 1 wounded Amazon. So we don't lose any defense.
Because it wasn't out, yeah.
Yep. So, but we definitely need to clear that out next round, perhaps. All right, what does the cheetah do?
So she's going to move to the woods. She's going to join me.
Okay, so she's going to leave a lycanthrope behind and move to the woods.
Yeah. And then Ruthless, deploy 3 hunting party to the vault.
To the vault. Oh, I might be headed there anyways, so that might be okay.
I feel like since she came straight to me, I mean, she's just asking for a fight at this point.
I think so. She's trying to bring it to you.
I know. So hopefully I have something that I can do while she's right there. And so far I don't.
Oh, no. Okay. So let's take a look and see. I've got an Inspiring, which can double the emblems, but it's only if we're in the same region. So I'm not sure that'll help too much.
Well, we could try to do it because since once you hit the cheetah, she does run. I mean, she leaves the location. So if we could both be in the same area and have the same symbol, we could hit her possibly with 2 hits at once before she flees, and kind of lower that a little bit more.
Yep.
So maybe there's a way that you plan to be there by your 2nd turn, and our 3rd turn we hit.
I worry about that because the vault is so big, and I do have some things that can help me there because I can. So in my strategize phase, I'm actually going to do this. I can move 1 region while we're strategizing, and I'm going to go ahead and move to the vault so that I don't have to use an action moving. And then I think I've got quite a bit here that I can clear out a little bit, especially with the Amazons.
Yeah, it's probably good. Part of me is like, we're so far still in our defenses. If we lose like 1 or 2.
One of the things about the Cheetah, though, is she can get overwhelming really quickly. And we've noticed that because she brings out not just 1 or 2, but sometimes 3 and 4 at a time. So I think it's good. Now, if you don't have much that you can take on with the Cheetah with, maybe you could join me and we could work together over here.
I could also, I do have enough agility and enough vigor that I could go up and clear the 1 lycanthrope up at the library and get that gone. Maybe, actually, because it doesn't connect there.
It doesn't. You have to go the long way.
I do not, at the moment, have enough to get there. So I might be joining you.
Okay.
I'm going to see what's in my battle plan. So this might be one where I can't really tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so I've got a plan. Chelsea doesn't. And that's one of those things I'm just going to have to trust you and see what happens. All right.
Fingers crossed.
So let's get in and see what we can do with this. I've got a relic as well.
Oh, nice.
So I've got the Battle Tiara. So this will come out in the palace here.
Nice.
And then whenever you play Resourceful, which is just one of the cards, you know how they all have different names, you would be able to double those emblems. And doubling emblems is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
So if we have an opportunity, let's definitely try and pick that up.
Yeah. I do like that one.
All right, let's see. Definitely want to do that.
This is where, now that I see everything, I wish I could talk to you and ask you some questions.
You're on your own, but I trust you.
All right.
Whew, yeah, this is going to be tough. Okay. Okay,
I'm going to switch this up a bit.
Oh no. Okay. This is tough. Okay, I'm going to do that.
I think I got something.
Okay, I am excited to see what you've worked out over there.
Fingers crossed.
All right, so first action.
All right, so I did Powerful, which again has that double the emblems of one other hero in the enemy's region.
Yeah.
But it does have 4 vigor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and hit the cheetah while I'm right there for my first action.
That's awesome. So you'll do 1 damage.
Yes.
She will leave behind a lycanthrope and flee
And
to
she is going to the monument to Zeus.
Monument to Zeus, all the way up here towards me.
Yeah.
Okay. I have bold. Now bold is doesn't look too great, but you get to double the emblems if it's your first action.
Yes.
So since it is,
Which is so great.
I will use those 4 swords to remove 2 hunting
Very
parties.
nice.
All right, action 2.
All right. So I did Swift.
What are you doing with it?
That's a great question. So you kind of took out what I was thinking I could help you with.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's great. So now I'm trying to think. I'm probably just going to still move and join you, and I'm going to stick to my plan and see what I can help you with over here.
Okay.
So I'm going to join you at the vault with 4.
Okay.
With my 4 agility.
I have 3 wisdom, so I am going to use that to remove a wounded Amazon.
Very nice.
And third action.
So my third action, I actually have double this card's emblems if it is your third action, so kind of the opposite, or similar to what Bold did, but it has to be the third action.
Yep.
And so I had planned to remove 2 hunting parties because it
Yeah.
would double. But are you able to remove?
So I have 2 vigor, and I could use an Amazon to help me get rid of that one if you want to
Well, my other thought is, I mean, I could double leadership, and that would be 4 Amazon warriors to come out if we want to leave one of those things out.
I say we get rid of them, because the other thing about warriors, while they are great, there are some things that the enemy can do to transform them. So those Amazons might get wounded, all of them. And if we've got 5 or 6 out, that is dangerous.
It can be dangerous. All right, so I don't need it to be doubled anymore, my agility, since I only need 2 in order to remove the 1 hunting party, but I will go ahead and remove that.
Okay. And then I will, since I didn't know what you were doing, I played adaptable on purpose, because then it gave me a few different options of what to do. So I will use that and one of my warriors to remove that lycanthrope.
Very nice.
And I think we did a pretty good job that round.
Yeah, we cleaned some things up.
Especially for not having too much of a battle plan. Yeah. It worked out pretty well. All right, so these wounded Amazons are coming out where we had the lycanthropes.
Yeah.
But we don't lose any defense, which is great.
All right, so she is going to move to the square.
So she'll leave behind and move to the square.
Just right up there, yeah. And then for her next card, Ruthless again. Goodness gracious. And deploy 3 hunting party to the square, so right with her.
Right with her, okay. So we may want to go up that direction.
Yeah. And as you can see, this is where it starts to get pretty hairy. Of, do we go after her? Do we try and hit her some more? Those hunting parties are nerve-wracking because it starts to cycle through her deck very quickly. But then we already have 2 wounded out.
I know.
You might have been right to, try to clear things.
So I've got another relic.
Oh,
I've got the Sandals of Hermes. So this will allow us, when we take that move action, to go directly to any of these temples or monuments that are kind of scattered around. So it makes movement really easy. So this will go to the monument to Hermes.
Very nice.
In case one of us wants to pick that up.
I know. I kind of want the tiara still at the palace,
Yeah.
but I feel like stopping there when there's so much else out to worry about makes it difficult.
All right, so I don't have any movement.
I have quite a bit of movement.
So I'm hoping that something in my battle plan does have some movement. But at this point, I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to go ahead and use my strategize action to just move 1. I'm going to go here because if I can't move at all, at least that way I can pick up a relic.
It's not 1 away.
It sure isn't.
Sorry.
I tried to cheat there.
I wish you could, but it's not 1 away.
Okay. Well, I'll get a little bit closer maybe to some action just in case I've got a little bit in here. But if not...
Do you want to take your warrior
I was
with
thinking
you?
I'd leave it so that you could bring them, so that maybe you know, if you're going somewhere, they'll help you out.
Well, I have quite a bit of agility. I'm trying to count my little spaces and follow the roads. The furthest I could get at the moment is where there is stuff is the library. I could get to the Colosseum, but I could get to the library or the square. If I do take that, I could possibly hit the cheetah again and then maybe clear something.
Okay.
But that's about it. But I do have the double the emblems of one other hero in your region. So if we want to plan to end somewhere together, hoping that you do have agility in your battle plan, I could play that the 3rd round and we could maybe plan to both try to hit the cheetah together.
Okay. So, so we have to have the same icon if we're doing that. So I'd either have to have wisdom or agility. But let's see. If I can, I'll try and be with you in the square in that 3rd action.
If not, if it ends up not working, at least my 3 agility will be able to remove a hunting party while I'm there. So.
Or if you bring the Amazon with you, you could hit her or clear out 2 of them. So,
yeah. All right.
Let's see what happens. It's one of those things where sometimes in the heat of battle, you just have to improvise.
So good luck.
Is
that a good?
No, it's not.
All right then. Well, then I might completely change my plan. Not that, I'm listening in on what you're planning over there.
All right. Mine was easy/terrible. So we'll see how this goes. And sometimes that's just the way battles go. You make great plans, and then you don't have the ability to follow up through no fault of your own, I would like to add.
All right.
Let's see what happens. So, in action 1.
Ah, you played bold. Nice.
I did.
I have 2 agility, and I'm going to go ahead and take that warrior that you left and join the cheetah at the square.
Wonderful.
With the warrior.
Before you do that,
JK, I'm not going to do that.
I am going to use my leadership to do two Amazons here. And then as you pass through, if you want to pick those up and bring them with you, that's about all I can help with this round.
Sure, why not? I'll bring them with me. Let's do that. There we go.
All right.
now I'm trying to remember what I did on my next stuff. All right, so I did Swift.
Okay. I got 3 more Amazons here at the barracks.
Nice. I have 4 agility, and to hit the cheetah, you need 4 of any. So I was going to go ahead and just take a hit at her while I'm right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll swing and do 1 damage.
Yeah.
She'll leave behind a lycanthrope and move to...
the Temple of Athena, which I think my board is slightly blocking.
Yes, it is. We'll put it right there.
So she's going to join me down here. All right.
Very nicely done. All right, and then in the 3rd round...
I played Steadfast Still to double this card's emblems. Actually, I switched it up. Sorry, since you couldn't. It didn't sound like with your hoo-hoo that you could get near me. I listened in to your planning.
Yeah.
And so I switched it up to Steadfast, and I can double this card's emblems if it is your 3rd action. So my 2 agility, or my 2 vigor actually, which I need either one of those in order to remove a hunting party, becomes 4. And I'm actually going to also use 2 to go ahead and remove all 3 of that hunting party, so we don't cycle through her deck too much, since we are going to get kind of hurt this round with our
sure
wounded.
are. Yep.
So.
Okay. I played Persistent, so this allows me to draw 2 cards into my battle plan for next round.
So nice.
And
you might need that after your last
I
one,
might
too.
need that, and I'm going to use that 1 leadership to spawn another warrior there.
All right.
Wonderful. All right. So now we really do have some things that happen at the end of the round. We have 2 wounded Amazons out, so we're going to get hit on our defenses for the first time so far.
Yes.
And then anywhere that there's a lycanthrope, we are going to get another wounded Amazon out, which is getting...
yeah, it's a little scary.
A little scary now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit more fearful for what's ahead.
A little more worrisome. So let's go ahead and see where the cheetah moves.
Yeah. So she's going to move to the vault.
Okay.
And I'll try not to cover the Temple of Athena too much with my board
because
here.
we've got a new lycanthrope out there.
Yeah. And then another Ruthless. Man, we are
no.
just getting hit with Ruthless. So deploy 3 hunting party to the library.
To the library.
Which is up here.
Wonderful. All right. We're having a rough time with this right now. We've gotten her down to 13. Oh, excuse me, 11. I went the wrong direction there. We've hit her a few times.
So
but
I
she's got
actually,
quite a bit out.
While we get ready to do our strategy, I actually see in the chat, someone asked, is this competition or co-op? So
this is a cooperative game, but we are working together to defeat the cheetah in this, and the cheetah is making a good go of it right now.
Yeah, right now she's starting to, she might be kicking our butts pretty soon.
All right, let's see what we've got as far as our
Sorry, I
strategize.
picked them all up.
Now, I can move in one region, which I think I probably should do because I, again, don't have any agility showing.
Yeah.
I might in my battle plan, but I'm thinking I might need to go either to the Monument of Zeus or to the square in order to take out something and then let you move around if you need to.
I only have 2 agility right now, so I could get to the library.
Get to the library, yeah.
And if you're planning to go to, I mean, I could also clean some stuff up at the square before I leave, because I do have 3 vigor, so I could get rid of the 1 lycanthrope. I do not have. Oh, I do have 1 warrior, so I could also do wisdom and get rid of a wounded soldier before moving, and then hopefully do something inspiring at the library.
I'm thinking, because I can get here, I think go here and do everything you can here,
All right.
and I'll get to the square. So my strategize, I'm going to move here. I'm going to
Okay.
bring these warriors with me, and you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about just these 2 here, so why don't you take those warriors when you move?
All of them?
And I think you maybe clear out the library.
All right. Let's see what we can do here.
So let's do the face down cards and see what we can do.
Oh, I got another relic.
Wonderful.
All right, so this will go to the training grounds, and it is the bracers of deflection. And so obstacles, may not deploy to your region, and warriors in your region may not be replaced.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we need to try and pick that up if we can.
Oh man, we need to get there as soon as humanly possible.
Absolutely. All right. So maybe we can see if we can end around there if anything happens.
Yeah, I don't think it will be this round, but hopefully very soon.
All right. I need...
Well, no.
Okay. Got it.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure this out over here a little
Oh, it's
bit.
okay. Rounds go easy when you don't have much to do. It's when you're trying to figure out exactly what you can do and how to do it that it takes a little bit longer.
Yes.
So that's okay.
This isn't going. Fingers crossed, it works out okay. It's not gonna. We're gonna take some beating, I think.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I'm also going to request, and let's go ahead and move into action. I'm going to request that you leave 1 warrior behind, which may throw off your numbers, but...
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use. I have adaptable, but it gives me 2 agility. I'll take just 2 with me.
Okay.
I think that's all I really need. And I'm gonna go over here to the library, like we discussed.
Okay. I had adaptable as well, but I am going to use the 3 vigor, with one of them being a warrior to defeat the lycanthrope here. Nice. I couldn't do that on my own.
All right.
All right.
So I played a second adaptable, and I have to remember what I was planning to do with this now, because with the three icons on here, I can see that I can do a couple of things. So
Yes.
give me a moment while I remember what my battle plan was. I'm going to use my 2 wisdom and a warrior to remove 1 of the wounded Amazon.
Okay.
So there we go. To kind of help. Hopefully we don't drop too much.
Yeah, I'm going to use my 3 wisdom to remove this wounded Amazon here.
Very nice.
Cleared out the square.
All right.
And last,
I did persistent, so I will get 2 cards into my battle plan for the next round.
all right.
Ooh, very nice. And then it comes with 3 vigor, and remember you do need 2 either vigor or agility in order to remove a hunting party. So I'm going to use that second warrior in order to remove 2 of those hunting parties.
Okay.
Which I realize I probably should have taken more warriors so I could remove all of them. So
Yeah,
I do apologize
that's
about
okay.
that.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to use nimble. I've got 3 agility, and my square is empty. I am actually going to go 1, 2, 3
Very
to the training
nice.
grounds and grab this because this is extremely powerful.
Yes.
So once again, we just kind of talked about that.
Yes.
But this makes it so that obstacles, meaning any of these, will not deploy to our region. So if it tries to deploy where I am, it just won't, which will
is
be
so
great.
nice. Yes.
And then warriors will not be replaced. So I definitely brought them with me because now they can't turn into those
The wounded Amazons. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
That was well played.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, we've got a bit of a beating to
Yes.
take here since we've got quite a few obstacles out.
Yes.
So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 wounded Amazons,
Yes.
which is going to knock us down 4 defense.
That's a little bit nerve-wracking.
We have 3 lycanthropes, so we are going to get a wounded Amazon in each of those,
And right here, too.
and there as well.
Yeah.
And we have 1 hunting party, which means we will burn a card.
It was a ruthless, though. I'm not too sad about that.
Which again just kind of cycles the Cheetah's deck, and we have
We
an
are
additional
getting-
lose
we are
condition.
getting low, yeah.
We've got that lose condition where once we cycle through, we're going to add in one of her artifacts as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see where she goes.
All right.
She's going to leave behind
So
lycanthrope
she is going to move to the watchtower.
to the watchtower. And then what happens?
All right. A ruthless.
Oh, no.
Shocking, I know. And deploy 3 hunting party to the watchtower.
To the watchtower with her. Okay.
We cannot escape the ruthless.
No, this is pretty rough here.
It's ruthless.
All right, let's see what we can do about this.
It's starting to look a little scary. Well, I kind of have a feeling I should somewhat stay where I am.
Yeah, there's quite a few there. I am definitely going to move because I've got some agility this time.
Oh, nice.
So I can make it to the watchtower at least.
It's a good thing I said I'm going to stay there because I currently have no agility this time.
All right, so I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm going to plan to make it either to the watchtower or to the woods here and try and clear some things out.
Okay, well, if you make it to the watchtower, I can play powerful, which will double the emblems of one other hero in the enemy's region.
Okay.
So if you want to plan on that...
Maybe in the third action, I might try and hit the cheetah pretty hard. Okay.
And I also have a tactical, which if you have... Do we have anything similar so far?
I don't.
No.
I don't yet, but...
We haven't played tactical yet, but it can be a very powerful card. It's if 2 or more heroes played cards with the same name for this action, double their emblems. And so if we have matching cards, it can be nice.
Yeah,
but...
so with a 2-player, with tactical, we'd have to both play tactical. Yeah. So if you don't have anything else, if I have a tactical, I'll try and play it in the second round maybe. But if something else comes up that helps you more here, feel free to go for it.
I'm honestly probably going to still play that tactical because it does give me 3 wisdom. So I will be able to remove a wounded soldier. So I'll plan to just play it probably the second round. Okay. I'm kind of liking what I have out unless I have something better because I do have bold, which I can double those emblems.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will for sure play powerful in the third action in hopes that you will be there and you can do something inspired.
All right, that'll be our plan. Let's see if it actually plays out.
So I'm going to actually put that down right now so I do not forget that.
I'll do that.
What am I trying to get rid of over there?
Okay. Yep, that's what I've got.
Oh, wait. Oh, yes, sorry. I got this.
The best laid plans, I think they say, sometimes just doesn't work out. And sometimes you end up getting ruthless every time and getting hunting parties all over the map.
Every time. All right.
All right, let's see.
I'm ready.
So I played adaptable. I'm just using those 2 agility, and I'm going to take the warriors with me. I am going to move to the watchtower.
Very nice. I played bold, and since it's in my first action, I can double this card's emblems. And so my 2 wisdom will become 3 wisdom, which will allow me to remove 1 of those wounded soldiers.
Nice.
Wounded Amazons.
Second action.
Oh, yes. And so I played tactical. And it did give me 3 wisdom, so I can go ahead and remove that second wounded Amazon.
Awesome. I played confident, so I've got 3 vigor. I'm going to use 1 of my warrior Amazons to remove 2 of the hunting party.
Nice. All right.
And action 3.
So I did still play powerful, as promised,
much.
so it will double the emblems of 1 other hero in the enemy's region.
Wonderful. I played steadfast, so this is to double the card's emblems if it's my third action, which it is.
Very nice.
So I'm going to play that 2 agility. I'm going to double it for myself to make it 4.
Yeah.
And you're going to double it with powerful to make it 8. Which means when I hit the cheetah, I will actually hit for 2 damage this time.
Very nice.
So when I hit her, though, she will drop.
No, she will not, because you have
Wonderful.
the relic.
Yeah. So because I have the relics of deflections, obstacles cannot deploy in my region.
Yes, so she will not drop a lycanthrope when she leaves your area.
It's almost like there was a reason we did that.
Yes.
All right,
and I'm sorry. She is going to move to the square.
To the square.
So
All right.
up next to me. And then I have 4 vigor on powerful, but I only need 2 in order to remove. Am I doing this right? Nope. Yes. Which would we prefer? Because I could remove either or.
Either or, yeah. I think it would be better to
I think
not
you're right.
have that deploy.
I did pause. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So we don't get another wounded.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. I kind of cleaned up the library.
You did pretty well, yeah. And I got close to the watchtower.
Yeah,
so.
I love that you hit her twice, but we are in a world of hurt right now.
A little bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defense that we're going to lose, which is really rough.
Oh.
We're going to get more out.
She has 1 more than us right now.
For every location that has a lycanthrope. Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of.
And then we are going to discard 2 cards from her deck.
We still have a little bit, but we're starting to get low, so I'm going to go ahead and discard those 2. Whew. All right, we're getting low. We're getting low.
All right, so let's have her move.
All right, so she is going to move to the training grounds.
She will drop a lycanthrope at the square and move to the training grounds.
And then, not a ruthless, but, So, cunning, so move the cheetah to the Temple of Aphrodite and deploy 2 hunting party to that region.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a little bit more on here. Discard the top 2 cards of the cheetah's deck.
Oh, boy. All right, so she is really getting close now at this point.
So we're going to get rid of 2 more. And we're very close to the end of that deck.
All right. Let's see.
So just a warning on that, she's about to get a relic and a reshuffle.
All right, let's see how we do. We really have to clear up
Probably
these
the
wounded
woods.
Amazons.
Yeah, you might want to use your strategy and move up to
I think
the woods.
so. So,
did we do these 2?
These
No,
came
they
out.
just went out.
Yep.
Okay. Whew, that got me so nervous.
All right, so I'm going to use my special ability during the strategized phase to move 1 region, and I'm going to start in the woods so I can hopefully clear out a little bit there.
I'm kind of thinking, because I do have some agility, I'm kind of thinking I need to head up to the Monument of Zeus up here and try and get rid of some of what is going on over there.
Okay, I think that's a good plan. I only have 2 wisdom showing, but I'm hoping that some from our battle plan will help me out.
Fingers crossed. This could be bad if we cannot clear out these wounded Amazons.
Yeah.
We are getting low.
We sure are. All right, let's see how it goes.
Power to you.
Oh, goodness.
That didn't sound great.
That's power to me.
When all you want to see is wisdom.
Yeah, I made a big mistake here. Didn't know it was a big mistake, but I'll tell you what happened here in a little bit.
Oh no. I have bad news.
I do too. What's your bad news?
I feel like we're not gonna survive this.
I can see that.
And I just need you to know that.
I appreciate it. Sometimes that's how it goes. I'm looking at these cards over and over.
Same
thinking,
here.
maybe I'm missing something.
I keep thinking the same, like, maybe if I just shuffle through one more time, something new will be there. It will all be better.
Okay.
Oh. I actually think we did something that might save us a little bit.
Okay.
Because you deployed an extra one here, right? Which, with the orange, and it wouldn't have been deployed, the wounded Amazon.
Oh, no, because I came.
You came
in my
there.
strategized
It would have.
phase.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Oh man, we could have cheated if you wouldn't have remembered that you moved there during your
No.
strategy phase.
We have to win or lose with honor. That's
I feel
the
like
warrior way.
I feel like sometimes there's honor in cheating. Maybe if it's for the good of the Themyscira.
Sometimes they say with cooperative. No, I'm just kidding. No, we really enjoy this game because of how difficult it is. So
Yes.
besides the fact that there are 2 difficulties, we're playing on what I would consider one of the more difficult enemies as well.
Enemies, yes.
So
the
Ares
cheetah is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ares is pretty basic. He's a great kind of learning tool. The cheetah is, as you can see, it gets overwhelming pretty quickly. So the first couple rounds that you play, you're like, oh, we've got this. It's staying pretty clear, no issues. And then suddenly you've got 10, 15 items on the board here and getting a little worried about it. So we may be in a bit of hurt here. We'll see how this next round goes.
Sorry, I had everything planned and then it fell apart. Oh no. I thought I had something inspiring as I look at this card, but I don't.
In addition, I will say the difficulty changes as well when you're playing with more people. So instead of just flipping one card that the enemy would do to have an action, when you're playing with more people, you will flip over more cards. So you, as the players, have more actions, but so does the enemy. Okay. And then you also have the difficult setting, which is on the other side of the card, which is where you just have more damage that they start with.
All right.
All right, let's see how this goes.
This may end up being our last round. All right, so I did nimble. I'm going to go ahead and just move my 3 agility, which let me do it the correct way, and join the Monument of Zeus like we planned.
All right. I've got 2 wisdom, and I'm going to use an Amazon to knock off one of those wounded Amazons. And action 2.
I do have 3 wisdom, so I can take 1 of the wounded Amazons away.
All right. I have 2 agility, and I will move to the watchtower.
Okay.
I didn't have any more wisdom to try and deal with anything over here, and I didn't have enough vigor to take out anyone either.
And so I did Swift for my 4 agility because I didn't have any other wisdom either or vigor. So I'm going to go and end at the palace to get a relic, to get my first relic.
And I have Swift, which is 4 agility. I'm going to use 2 of those to remove a hunting party. So that didn't turn out quite the way we were planning.
I think we are hurting real hard.
Yeah, so at this point, I think we're going to kind of call this and kind of wrap up.
I feel like we should be honest with where we ended up.
So we've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is all of our defense. See, I was trying to save us the embarrassment of actually losing.
I feel like we have to be honest that the cheetah bested us at this point. Maybe I shouldn't have worn the cheetah headband today. I was kind of secretly rooting for her or cheering her on, I guess.
So I will say we really enjoy this game. We've won it about half of the time, and it really kind of comes into what kind of strategies you have, and sometimes just the fate of the cards.
Yeah.
But we've enjoyed it every time that we've played it.
Yeah, and each of the, as we were saying earlier, each of the villains have been super great, and we've played it just the 2 of us, and it's been a great co-op game as like a date night. But we've also played it with our friends, so it can have again 2 to 5 players. We've the largest we've done so far is 4, and that was a blast. We actually played the cheetah and defeated the cheetah with 4, so maybe that's what we needed.
With 1 round left, she was about to get us.
Yes, it was very close, and we all got together at one location and just hit her, and so, but it's been a blast. And so again, this is Wonder Woman Challenge of the Amazons, created by Prospero Hall. It is available at Target, on Amazon, and at friendly local game stores in the US. It's $34.99. And we highly recommend that you pick it up and see if you can defeat the cheetah, because we were not able to.
Thank you all.
See you later.